So as the day went by, I was informed that, one of our camera guys forgot his rig in which we needed for one of the scenes. So me and the director had to figure out how to switch some of the scenes around so that way we could give him enough time to go all the way down to Brooklyn in order to retrieve the rig in which we needed for the rest of the scenes.
Well, we have to wait for Mike to get back anyway because he's got the Steadicam rig that he's bringing. So there's kind of no way around that. And I'm going to need him for every shot.
You guys, why don't you guys, why don't you two go scout? Hold on.
So given that we had some downtime, I had to walk everybody, all the talent, and of course the director onto, the side of the set, being that it was everybody's first time to actually, be on the set to kind of like, set the stage up for what we were about to shoot. But in the process of that, we actually ran into some of the OGs of that block. So, we had to make sure that, they were going to give us the permission for us to be able to accomplish our day's shoot.
I just wanted to let you guys know,
Hey, Dan.
Cool. So bring some beers when you come back.
I got you.
So after getting like the green light from the OGs, it was time to actually go through the details of that scene, being that it was everybody's first time.
See, he was originally supposed to be Marcus. Well, yeah. But it's all good.
Who's Marcus?
Well, Marcus is Jay and all. Yo, this is my main man. Also, my barber. One of the best cuts you ever get uptown in Harlem.
It's been many years though, but
okay.
What's going on? Proceed with caution. My name is Jesse J, calling from the Bronx, Harlem. I'm in the building.
But hey yo, one of the best upcoming street battlers, man. Watch out for, go check out his shit, make J.J.
What's going on, J.J? That's it, no, talk too much. That's about it.
So originally my man J.J was supposed to be playing, the role of Marcus. But I don't know whatever happens to Jay. He's always disappearing.
The reason why I be missing from time to time, because I'm out here trying to save the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? Superman that took off, so someone got to do it.
Part in the script where he's like, hold on, y'all remember that shit? You talking about Malaya? Oh shit. When you hear Malaya, you be like, Malaya? You be like, you gotta have that reaction type shit.
Like the whole hood knows shit.
Get the whole, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you do whatever it is that you do, but whatever it is that you do, because I know how it is that you do, you know what I'm saying? You keep it consistent on that take, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that was like my first time ever doing some shoot like that. It just made me feel like I was in a big field. Like, you know what I'm saying? Made me feel like I was the next Denzel and motherfucking Samuel Jackson. And not only that, it just made me feel like, damn, I should have really played the main part because this shit could have been in the movie theaters fucking with me.
So when I finally met Justin, in acting school, we kind of like prepped him for that role. But our first trial actually shooting, he was a little bit late for that set. So, I wasn't really trying to risk it.
Yeah, Kojo said I was late on one of the sets or whatever like that, but I wasn't late. Alright, so I was initially casted for the role of Marcus when Kojo had called me for Proceed with Caution. During this time, it was a break of like production pauses or whatever the case is. I didn't know what was going on. So I started working on other projects. I was overseas. I was doing different things. So I had a schedule conflict when he brought the project back around.
So we actually ended up, casting Jay John for the actual role, which I think was a genius situation for me because, I had all three of them on the set. So just in case anybody kind of like fumbled, somebody else could pick up the play because, it's an independent film, so I can't afford to have anybody fumble but myself. You feel me?
It's funny, man. All of y'all names is Jay.
We from the hood. We from the walls of poverty. So Kojo kind of like bringing this production to to the hood right there in 145th. A lot of people are excited. So a lot of people walking by. I think we had this old lady at one point They tried to came by, and she was really like, this is an elderly lady. She was really old, and I think she pulled up in a wheelchair, and she stood right in front of the scene like, I want to be in the movie type shit, and she wouldn't move. And she would not move. Like, she pulled up to the scene. You had all types of characters outside. You know, people seen cameras, and you know, there was some heavy equipment out there. So you got different personalities out there, and people were just like, oh, they're shooting a film, and you're telling people to move around, and there's mad people across the street, people from the neighborhood just watching what's going on. But then, you know, the one that stood out the most was the little elderly lady that came. She had to be like almost 80 something, maybe like 85 or something. She pulled up in a wheelchair, and she did not move. She pulled up, and she just stood there right in the middle of the scene, right where we were supposed to film. And I remember Kojo and everybody else was trying to politely get her to move, and she would just look at you with the straight. She would just look at you with the dead face, just, and you tell her, listen, we have to get, and she looking at you like, and I know Kojo trying to hold his composure not to snap the little old lady out goddamn, well, get the fuck off the scene. But we did. Yeah, the shit was hilarious though. But she didn't. This shit was funny. It's a little shit like that was hilarious. And even from people from across the street talking out loud, hey, and shit. Or one person stopped me and said, oh man, I seen your movies all the time.
And stand right here for a little heart-to-heart with you about what's happening.
So Robert Barrett is an absolutely great director, but sometimes he can get a little bit too passionate about his directing skills and tend to like overly explain himself to talent, which like kind of like cuts into my whole production time, you know? So I kind of had to bring that to his attention.
You talk to me.
We got the wife, right? Okay.
Yeah, they I'm good now, but pause the question before you
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So just focus on mic. Just go if you're trying to like tell a story, you have to explain the whole show. Just tell us. So there's no
I was trying to explain the things in that way because you were asking me a lot of questions about why this and why that, and then once I showed you the cards, then you saw, oh, now I see the way the sequence is out.
No, I trust you 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fly along on this thing.
Yeah.
This scene's not that long a shoot, and so if
I hope so.
So apparently there was a bit of drama happening down the block, which I was unaware of.
Let me give you some raw moments of how crazy shit can get. So my man Golden come in, and he come in breathing hard. He's kind of like, yo Jay, yo, shit's crazy, bro. I almost got killed. And I'm like, what, nigga, what happened? So he goes, you know, Golden is an awesome humanitarian, you know, that's what he does, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Get Focused program. He's a real positive dude. So on his way to the video shoot, on his way to the set, Golden actually witnesses a fight between two people. I don't know what the fuck they were arguing about, but he comes back and he tells us the story.
Eric Garner just died, you know what I'm saying, Mike Brown just died, and you guys want to be out here fighting each other? That's what they want us to do. Yo, nigga, who the fuck are you, nigga?
I know you turned around and was like,
yo, who the fuck are you, nigga? What you wanted to?
Get your light skin ass out of here with that.
And he goes, two dudes was about to fight. And yo, what the fuck's popping? About some projects, and he was passing over some projects because where we was at, you had to pass the hood in order to get to the set, which was whatever. But my man Golden ended up coming to the set, and on his way to the set, he ended up witnessing a fight. Two dudes about to scrap and shit, these niggas about to fight. Nigga Golden jumps into the fight on some humanitarian shit, on some, you know, MLK, let's bring the peace type shit. Yo guys, let's stop doing this, guys. We don't need a fight. And he gets into the middle of the fight, and he tries to speak sense into them. He was feeling himself because, you know, he's a great speaker, man, but he chose the wrong time to fucking play that game. So the nigga runs into the fight and trying to speak to both parties, like, yo, we need to stop killing each other. We need to stop doing that. And, you know, he at one point, it looked like he was speaking sense to them. And so the niggas just looked at each other and looked at this nigga like, nigga, get the fuck out of here before we fuck you up, nigga. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? And then both niggas was about to fight. He said they ended up almost ganging up on him, and he had to get himself out the fucking situation. He came back to us like, yo, I almost got killed on my way over here. Like, this shit was crazy.
We can't even speak justice in these streets no more, man. You can't speak justice, it's crazy. You can't speak peace. People don't want to hear peace. Yeah. And they're out there doing the devil's job and shit. I don't get it.
I was like, damn, man, but that shows the raw, like that shows the effort, man, the struggle to try to make this shit happen. My man Golden don't deserve that. Like, my son is the most positive person in the world. And on his way to the video shoot, this nigga almost get killed in the middle of the projects, man. This shit's crazy.
In a hood movie, in the hood. You know what I'm saying? This is as real as it gets. Gunshots this way,
You know what I'm saying?
sirens down that way. It's real. Real feel, man.